video will assist you with your assignment, Lab 1, creating a presentation, inserting photos, applying picture styles, and inserting shapes. Pluto Up Close. Let's get started. As I look at the instructions, it says I'm going to need some data files. I can find my data files in my Blackboard site under the assignment in the area that says Data Files. Find your data files. Once you find your data file, right-click on the file. Save Target As or Save Link As, depending on which browser you're using. Select where you would like to save your image. I've already saved all of mine. I choose to save them to the desktop so when I'm done, I can delete them very quickly and choose Save. I'm going to select Cancel because I've already saved it. Do the same to every data file. Right-click on it. Save Target As or Save Link As. Choose the location where you'd like to save the file. I choose the desktop and click Save. Continue that process to save all of your data files. There are 5 data files listed here. Let's go ahead and get started with our assignment. If I look at the directions in the book, I can find the directions on PowerPoint page 111. The instructions ask me to run PowerPoint. Create a new presentation. File and New. Blank presentation. It asked me to create a new presentation using the Celestial theme. I'll go to my Design tab. On my Design tab, I will select Celestial. That step is complete. Let's go to step 2. On slide 1, insert the photo Pluto 1 as shown in the figure. Insert Picture. Find the location where you have saved your pictures. Find Pluto 1 and insert it. Apply the metal oval picture style. With my picture selected, I've got the Format tab. Here are my picture styles. Without my picture selected, I do not have that. Ensure your picture is selected on your Format tab. Go to your picture styles. You'll choose probably what's for you the last option of metal oval. Size the picture slightly and then move it to the left side of the slide as shown in the figure of your book. So I'm going to decrease the size of this some and move it over to the left. Step 2 is complete. Let's take a look at step 3. Find Pluto or type Pluto Up Close. Okay. Pluto Up Close. And it tells us to hit enter in between the words, so that the text is displayed on 3 lines. Change the font to Britannic Bold. Control A to select my font. Go up to my font styles and choose Britannic Bold. Increase the font size to 88. Okay. Increase the font size to 88. Apply the word art style gradient fill gray. Okay, if I come over here to my Format tab, it's not telling me to insert word art. I already have text there. If you insert word art, you're going to get 2 different sets of text. It's telling me to format. To format this with the word art style, and it's asking me to select Gradient Fill Gray. All right, that step is complete. Then it's going to ask me to change the text outline color to black. My text outline needs to be black. And it's going to ask me to add the text outline weight to 3 point. So I'm going to come back in here to the weight and change it to 3. All right. I guess I should have a capital P here, huh? Or a capital C. Capital C. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. The next thing it's going to ask me to do is apply the Perspective Heroic Extreme Left 3D Rotation in the perspective area to this text. Now, I already know that I do not have that. I'm going to show you where it would be if you do have it. I'm using the Office 365 that's downloaded from the school, which may or may not be what you're using. look on your computer and see if you have it. To find this particular setting, we have to go to our text effects, and we need to go under 3D rotation. It tells us that it is a perspective option. And under this perspective option here, it says, apply the perspective heroic extreme left 3D rotation. I don't have that option. So I'm just going to select perspective left. When I submit my file to my instructor, in the comments I will let my instructor know that I did not have the proper effect for my title on slide 1. Then it's going to ask me type New Horizons probe for my subtitle. And change the font to Arial and decrease the font size to 16 and bold it. So Control A to select it. Change it to Arial. .16, just do the decrease font once and bold. Done. Okay, so that's done. And that brings us to step 4. Step 4 asks us to insert 4 new slides. All right, the 4 new slides says to create 2 slides that have the 2 content layout. That would be slide 2 and slide 5. So I'm going to come here and 2 content and add one more that's 2 content. I'll move it in just a second. And then slide 3 would have the panoramic picture, so new slide and panoramic picture option. And slide 4 would be title only. And new slide for slide 4 would be title only. Now, slide 5 was supposed to be a 2 content. I'm going to click on slide 3 and move it down so that it's slide 5, and now I have all my options in the proper order. So slide 2 and slide 5 are both the two content. Okay, so that's step 4. We've got all of our slides on there. And then step 5 is going to ask us to use the figures as a guide and type the title and content text. Now, if you misread that statement, the whole rest of the assignment is confusing to you. Use the figures, which means use the pictures, okay? Use the pictures in this assignment here as a guide and type the title and content text. All right, so it wants me to look at the pictures and type in there the title and content. So slide 2 says dwarf planet, and then it's got some bullets on this side. All right, let's fix this. All right, so that's my slide 2. Slide 3. Oh, guess what? I didn't select on slide 2, so I'll move these here back in the proper order. So that's slide 2. Slide 2, dwarf planet, and it's got 2 bullets. Slide 3, according to my pictures, click on slide 3, which I failed to do earlier, doesn't appear to have a title, but it appears to have 2 items under the subtitle. And that would be sunrises and sets once a week and spins opposite direction as sun. Okay, it appears like that's all that's on that one. We'll look at the pictures. We'll look at slide 4, and it looks like it's got a title of 5 moons. And then slide 5 looks as though it is Milky Way galaxy with some bullets over here. And you can finish typing those out. Okay. Oh. All right. So you can finish typing those out by looking at the image. All right. Now, because this video is just a guide. This video is not taking you exactly step by step, but it will assist you if you're having some issues. All right, so that was step 5. It asked us to type the title and content text. Now it's going to ask us on slide 2, change the title font. Let's click on slide 2. Change the title font. So I'm going to select my title font to Arial. I changed it to Arial and increased the font size to 44. 44. And then change the font color to red. Standard font color red. That was easy. Now use the Format Painter to apply these format changes to slides 4 and 5. All right, if you've not used the Format Painter before, it's really cool. It's a really cool option. So what you do is you select your text where the format's located, and you click once on the Format Painter to paint one time. Although it tells us here that they want us to put it on slides 4 and 5, so we need to click the Format Painter 2 times, double click, which will give us unlimited paints. So we're going to click on slide 4, and we're going to, oops, I lost it, hold on. This will happen sometimes. All right, select your format, double click your Format Painter, go into your slide 4, select your title, go into slide 5, click on your title, and now we've got it all formatted all the same way, which is wonderful. And then when you're done painting, you hit escape to get away from that formatting. All right, so now my paintbrush has gone away, and now I can continue on. The next step is going to be actually on step 6. Step 6 asks us to go to slide 3. And on slide 3, it asks us to change the font size of the 2 paragraphs. And this is considered our 2 paragraphs. So we'll select it to 24 points and then bold the text. And so that's easy enough. Make it 24 and bold. Okay. On slide 7, nope, step 7, slide 5. Step 7, slide 5. Let me click on slide 5. On slide 5, change the bulleted list from, here's my bulleted list. Remember, you should have more than this. I only typed a little piece. On slide 5, change the bulleted list font size to 28 and bold. Okay, that's easy. 28 and bold. And we're done with that, and we're good with that. Okay, step number 8. Now, step number 8 asks us to use the pictures as a guide and insert the illustrations. So if you miss this step, the assignment becomes very confusing again. On step 8, it says, using the figures in the assignment as a guide, insert all the illustrations. What they mean by all the illustrations are all of these little images that you guys downloaded just a little bit ago. All right, so we're going to put those into our PowerPoint now. So here we're going to go to slide 2. On slide 2, we're going to click on this little icon here to insert our picture and place the proper picture in there, Pluto 2, and insert that. And then on slide 3, we're going to click this little icon here, and we will add the solar system in there and insert that. And on slide 4, there is no little icon to insert, so we'll go to our Insert tab and choose Pictures. And from our desktop, we'll choose Pluto 3 and Insert. And on slide 5, we do have a little icon. We'll click on that icon. We'll choose Solar and insert that. Now all of our images are inserted. That was step 8. Step 8 asks us to add all of the illustrations. Now that all of the pictures and illustrations are inserted, we can move on to step 9. Step 9 asks us to size the pictures and then use the smart guides to position these images. You may want to zoom the guides and help you align the graphic elements. All right, so now it's going to ask us just to look at it visually. If you look at it visually and you're trying to line it up, use your smart guides to line it up, and they ask you to come back through here and kind of place these images in the areas where you see them in the pictures where it shows you the slides in your assignment. All right. So that's pretty good. All right. Step number 10 brings us back to slide 2. I'm going to click back onto slide 2. Apply the Bevel Perspective picture style to the picture. Click on my picture. Go into my picture styles. I would like the Bevel Perspective. I'm going to select that. Change the picture border color to red. And change the border weight to 3. Picture border weight to 3. And that's complete. All right. Now it also asks us on slide 2, insert a diamond shape. Okay. So I'll insert a diamond shape. So I'll insert a shape of a diamond, which it says is under my basic shapes. And I'll pull that out there. To the right of the title text, apply the subtle effect olive green accent 4. Okay, that will be my shape style. My subtle effect olive green accent 4. Apply that style to it. And then type found in 1930. And I've got to pull this out just a little bit in order to get my text in there properly. And then bold the text. So I need to select this text in order to bold it. And on my Home tab, I can just simply click the bold in order to bold it. All right, that's it. It's going to ask you then to insert a 5-point star and place a theme on that and place text in that. So if you could do this diamond, you can do the star. I'm going to let you do the star on your own. Okay? Step number 12 on slide 3. On slide 3, insert the sun shape located in the basic shape. So here we go again. Insert the shape, and this time we're going to choose the sun shape, and we're going to put this right in here. And we're going to go right back to the same thing. Apply the Intense Effect Gold Accent 5. Here we go. Same thing we've already done. Intense Effect Gold Accent 5. Size the shape so that it looks like it's about the size in the figure. Adjust it so that it looks like it's about in the same location in the figure. And then it's going to ask you to type text in there. You simply click and start typing, right? And you can finish that little piece on your own. It's going to ask you to bold the text in there, okay? So you've done this. You've done this before and you can handle that. So here we go. Step number 13 is going to ask us to go to slide 4. On slide 4, it's going to ask us to insert the oval shape. Insert a shape. Now, this here is our oval, but we want it to be more like a circle. And in order to make it more like a circle, we can hold down Shift and pull, which will make it a circle if you hold down the Shift. So it's going to ask you on slide 4 to insert the oval shape. Select the shape and hold down the Shift key when you draw it into a circle. Make the size of the circle. So over here, I'm going to make the size 0.75 and 0.75 because that's the size I want. And then it's going to ask me to make sure to enter the exact measurements and then give it a shape fill. Okay, so under my shape fill, it's going to ask me to make it a gradient. So my shape fill is a gradient of linear down. So let's see here, one of these are going to be linear down, linear diagonal, linear down. All right. And then copy and paste this 4 times and move the shapes around Pluto. So Control C, Control V for Velcro. Velcro sticks it right on, right? And then I'm just going to take these and move them around this image. Oops, I need one more. Control V again. All right, move them around the 5 moons like it shows, and I can use my smart guides to try to line them up, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time sitting here lining this up because I'm really here to help you with tasks that may be difficult for you. The best way for you to line them up is just to try to use the smart guides, and there's no specific lining that it's going to request from you. Okay? All right. Let's see here. What step were we on? On slide 5. So now we can go to step 14. Step 14 asks us to go to slide 5. On slide 5, apply the simple frame white. Select your picture, go to your Format tab. You're going to choose the simple frame white, which will fill in the background of this. Insert a left arrow shape is the next thing it's going to ask you to do. Insert the shape of a left arrow, and you're going to put that over here, and it's going to ask you to change the shape fill to red. Shape fill to red, and size the shape about to what it shows in the image. I'm going to move this picture over some because this is actually going to say Pluto and it's going to be pointing to Pluto. Click on it and type in there Pluto and bold the text, which you guys are all familiar with. You could do go to your Home tab and choose your bold. Okay. Then it's going to ask you to type some notes into 2 slides. First, they're going to ask you on slide 2. So now we've been able to move on to step 15. In step 15, it asks you to type notes into slide 2. I've clicked on slide 2. Down here at the bottom, I can see I have notes. It says click to add notes. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to type in there, Pluto was discovered on February, and so on, and I'm going to keep typing. It's going to ask me on slide 3 to add some notes. I will click on slide 3, and in the notes pane, I'm going to click down here, and I'm going to type, it takes 5 hours, and I will continue typing those notes in there. All right, and that was step 16. Let's take a look at step 17. Step 17, if requested by your instructor, type the name of the city or county in which you were born into the title placeholder. Most instructors are not going to ask that. If yours does, make sure you apply that specific step to your assignment. Step number 18, apply the vortex transition. Okay, so I'm going to come up here to my transitions. I can look, I have no stars over here, so I have no transitions, no animation on this. So I'm going to go to my Transitions tab. I'm going to find Vortex. Is that what I'm looking for? Vortex. And the exciting category to all slides. And make the duration 3.0 seconds. Vortex 3.0 seconds. And I'm going to say, see how I have it applied just to slide 3 now? But I'm going to say apply to all. And that step is complete. Now I know that I've got a transition on each one of those. Check your spelling, check for errors, print out the notes page, and you could submit this after you title it properly. Okay, if you want to take a quick peek at what it is that you've created, Remember, this is just simply a tool for you to use as you go through. If you're having trouble or difficulty trying to find a step, this video is not a completed assignment, but it is very close to it. Make sure you follow the directions in your book, and in your book, it's going to start on PowerPoint, page 111. All right, well, good luck to you, and I hope this is helpful to you.